It happens every time. So get your phones on silent for me this morning. Alrighty. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this morning. I appreciate it. First Saturday of December. Half the country's on holiday already. The other half's going on holiday in the next 2 weeks. It's a good time of year in South Africa. It's an exciting time of year in South Africa. And we're doing what we think is a very exciting thing here at DuePoint. And I want to spend the next sort of 50 minutes with you, talking about what we're doing here, why we are so excited about what we do at DuePoint, and how you can get involved with us. DuePoint, ladies and gentlemen, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. It is a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. First started in 1952. It's 66 years old in a month's time. 66 years old. So this is not a new business. This is not a startup. This is not something like an internet kind of thingy, okay? This is a well-established financial services company in the South African economy, and we want you to find confidence in us and in this process. So take some time, go online, look us up. You'll find everything there. You can find us under Conduit Capital on the JSC. You can find us on the FSB's website, and you can also find all of our certificates and associations outside here on the next to the front door on your way out. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number down there. I want you to get to know the team as well. If you do get involved with us here at DuePoint, you're going to be spending a lot of time with us. You'll get to know us well then. But we are here to work with you. That is our role. It is our design in the system to support and facilitate your success with us. Here we go. You see I'm being live streamed while live. Folks, please put your phones on silent for me, even if you are live streaming in for the live presentation. Folks, we have got all of our requisite skills that are required here to assist you in this role, but most importantly about DuePoint is that we are a homegrown South African company. You will always be able to find us here in this building. You don't have to run offshore overseas somewhere to try and find us. We're right here, Monday through Saturday in this building. You know where we are. This is me, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here. Next to me is Tim. He runs our finance and technical side of things. We've got Stacy, helps out with the finance and compliance in our business. We're the three chartered accountants, you can see, because we know what we're talking about. These two are just pretending. This one here is Jane. Jane helps us with all of our direct selling. She's our specialist in that area. Then we've got Rob. He's our design guy. Everything that you see has been designed by Rob. But we're all here to work with you in the DuePoint system. There are two things that we are trying to achieve at DuePoint. The primary thing that we are going to achieve with this system is the ability to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use and control to create reliable and stable income in their hands. This is our passion, it is our desire, and it is the objective behind everything we do at DuePoint. Now, I want you to remember that, because as we go through the presentation today, you're going to get confused and think we're here to sell products. No, that's not what we do. Our desire and objective is to put in your hands control again. Control over your personal financial position. You don't have that right now. You've never had that, and you will never have it outside of DuePoint, because you're probably full-time employed. If you're employed, someone else tells you what you earn, don't they? You haven't been to your boss lately and said, I would like to increase my salary from this day forward, please. And he said, sure, boss. I doubt 99% of us are not in that position. We don't get to dictate our salaries. At the end of the year now, December, for most of us, it's salary increase time, isn't it? What are you expecting? 30% increase? 100% increase? What's it more likely to be? This year, 0%. Maybe 3%, maybe 6%, maybe, if you're lucky, 10%. What's inflation been like this year? What's the cost of food going up in your household like? I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to the Checkers in Randburg. You guys remember the Checkers in Randburg out there? It was like the only one for miles. Go out to the Checkers in Randburg out there near the Sanlam Center, and my mother, I remember her at the trolley, at the counter, with her hands in her head going, how can it be that all of this, and it was like a trolley full, that just this cost 289 Rand? What do you get for 289 Rand today? You get the packet that was in the seat at the back, not the full one, or just the little one with the magazine in. That's a 289. What is it? Inflation is not 6%, it's not 3%. Hey? It's like 17%. maybe 20% on what we're consuming. You know, when they do the statistics, they put mining and minerals and all sorts in, they go 6%. There's no ways it's 6%. They just need to go to the shop and they'll know that. So that means that you've got a gap. You've got a gap in what you're earning, because you're earning less than what you need to live a decent life, to survive in South Africa at the moment. We know this because we're using something else at the moment to fill that gap. We're using debt. I don't even have to explain it to you. I don't have to go into the mechanics. You are professionals at it already. Every aspect of your life, you've had to put debt in. Your car, your house, your clothes, Pick and Pay, your groceries, Ackermans, Truman's, any one of these, Mr. Price, you've got a credit card from all of them. Telcom's got a credit card. Buy a telephone on credit. Everything. Why are we buying everything on credit? Because we've got that gap. Now we want to change that. At DuePoint, we want to use this tool that puts you back in the seat of control over your income. If you can use the tool and produce the income, well, then you can start filling that gap with your own income, not with debt. Not with debt. Debt, you know, poisons and kills you. It's just killing your personal economy. We want to eliminate it through this tool that we have created here at DuePoint. That's our primary objective. Our secondary objective is that we want to plug our customers into us, into the heart of our business. We want 21st century technology to communicate with you, to put you in touch with us in a way that we can talk to you, educate you, and open up this industry to you. We want you to be able to look into the financial services space, this space that's been so regulated the average South African simply cannot get in. We want to open that window and let you look in to what's happening in this industry. With those two objectives together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. That's where you come in. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call wealth engineers. As a wealth engineer, you have one task. The task of connecting people to us. That's it. Not selling, not advising, not advertising, not presenting. Just connecting people to us. As you connect people to us, you create market penetration for us, which leads to new channels of distribution for us as DuePoint. We then come along as DuePoint and we facilitate the purchase of products in your channels. When we do that, we create revenue for ourselves, and that revenue translates into that extra recurring income for you. You're never going to have to quit your job here at DuePoint. You're adding DuePoint to your life. That's what you do. And it therefore creates an extra income, that bridge that you need between what you're earning right now and what you need to cover your costs and the growing costs with inflation. That's what we do here. Now, fundamental to our system is that the income is recurring and stable. We do not want to have a system here where you have to buy stuff and sell it to your friends and hope they buy every month. Because, you know, they're not going to buy every month. But you're going to be forced to buy every month, which means we've now created financial loss for you. That's not what we want to do. And we don't want you to be earning in the months when you're strong and selling well and not earning in the months when people are not buying, like December. They're on holiday and they don't really want to buy and they don't have money because they bought Christmas gifts and holidays. That's income that does this. We want to put you in a position where every month, no matter the circumstances of the month and no matter your circumstances, you are earning nice, stable, recurring, reliable income. And we do that with financial services and lifestyle products. Ours all run on automatic debit orders. And you can have our products to your last breath, which means that every month the debit orders are raised and every month your income comes in. We are at DuePoint fundamentally different from anything you've ever heard of before. People make the mistake constantly of thinking DuePoint's like something they've heard before. We are not. We are fundamentally different because we create long-term, lifetime, stable income in your hands. That's what we do. Now, the second layer that we put into our system is your ability to duplicate yourself. We know you don't have a lot of time. Sometimes you're tired. You work hard, long hours in your jobs every week. But we know that if you can leverage the little bit of time and the little bit of energy that everybody else around you has and harness them all in pushing towards your success, you can have far greater success than if you work just by yourself. And we've built that into our system to give you not only financial freedom, but ultimately time freedom as well in the system. So people say to me every now and then, I can't do this, I don't have time. I say, no, that's the very thing we solve at DuePoint, is your time problem right now. So all of that is built into our system. Now, there is no risk at all in becoming a wealth engineer. We do not require you to pay any money to start as a wealth engineer. There's no starter kits, starter manuals, no monthly fees, business fees, sales fees, no application form fees. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer in our system at no additional premium. We've tried to make this system in a way where you do not lose financially. And that again makes us fundamentally different from all the other systems. You would have seen everywhere you've gone before, you've had to pay in before you can even start. That is not the case at DuePoint. There is no financial risk for you here. Folks, you also do not require any specific qualification or education. You're not going to advertise for us. You're not going to sell for us. No presentations, no advising, no brokering, no representing of DuePoint in any way, shape, or form. Your one task is just connecting people. And as a result, everybody can become a wealth engineer here at DuePoint. And as a result, you're able to all start building a real asset. We've heard this being bandied around before, but it's not true. Where your income's up and down and all over the place, that's not an asset. With us, because you create recurring, stable income, you now have something you can price, like a business. When a business makes income, you can price it because it's an asset. And assets are in the position where you can sell them, like your channels here at DuePoint, and they'll be handed over to your children one day. And your children will continue to earn the income you created during your lifetime. That's far better than what we're doing right now, which is just handing our debt over to our children when we pass away. Now we will leave a generational legacy after us. One where our children can pick the channel up and continue growing it if they want. And when they pass away, they can hand it over to their children. And so we'll have intergenerational wealth that we will produce through the DuePoint system. Now, this is a system of complete convenience for you. We went through it, and we said we wanted to be fundamentally different from everyone else, which means we needed to remove all the things we hate about direct selling. The first one, of course, is the selling. We hate the selling. People are afraid of the selling. Great. Zero selling at DuePoint. You are contracted out of doing any selling here at DuePoint. You play no part in the sales transaction. That's what we do as DuePoint. We do the selling. Your task, just to connect. You don't have to do any presentations at DuePoint. Because of the technology we use, you're never going to do a presentation again in your life. That's what we do. You don't have to convince people to come to presentations. You don't have to anything. All of that is done by DuePoint. Your task, just to connect people to DuePoint. How do you do it? Well, there's 4 ways you do it. The first way is you can go to our information counter afterwards and go and buy one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand. It's got our presentation on it. You plug it into a TV, a computer, and there we are doing the presentation for you. The second way, if you're in Gauteng, you can come here. Monday through Saturday, we run live presentations out of this auditorium. Night times, lunch times, mornings. Whenever you go look on our website and on our smartphone app, you'll see the schedule. You bring your guests when we're live, and you can sit in this room and we do the presentation for you. Then the third way, your number one way of connecting people to DuePoint, your number one, is through our YouTube channel. You search DuePoint in YouTube and you will find every presentation we've ever done, including this morning's, on that channel. And any time of the day, anywhere in the country, all you have to do is click play. That's all you have to do is click play. And you are connecting individuals to DuePoint. Never again do you have to do a presentation. You just have to learn how to click play. And everybody you put in your channel just has to learn how to push play. And when they do that, they're connecting individuals to DuePoint. And then the fourth way, folks, is every one of our live presentations is broadcast live across the country. So if you know when we're going live, it doesn't matter where you are. You click a button on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer screen at work, or on your smart TV at home, and we are live in your living room, live, presenting the DuePoint opportunity and connecting people to DuePoint. 4 ways to connect people to us 24 hours a day. As I've said to guys now, Christmas morning, I'm ready to do the presentation for you. 11:59 on New Year's Eve, I'm ready to do the presentation for you. You just click play, and I'm there doing the presentation for you. Never again do you have to do the presentation. As you connect people to DuePoint through those 4 methods, some of the people you connect are going to want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk go out, they do the same thing. They connect people to DuePoint. Some become wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself and repeats itself until you've got tens, hundreds, maybe thousands of individuals all talking about DuePoint and connecting people into your channel, spreading your influence, spreading your distribution across the country. We come along then as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this new channel you've created for us, and your income is born. Now, what's important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And I know that that'll come as a disappointment to many of you, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that's going to make you rich overnight. Folks, there's no such thing. There is no such, unless you're very highly connected in political circles, there is no chance of you becoming rich overnight. Absolutely none. Everyone who promises you a get-rich-quick scheme is taking your money and you'll never see it again. That is a guarantee. You see these things on Facebook, you'll have R1 million a month in 90 days, you'll have 100,000 Rand a month in 90 days. They do not exist. You're just going to lose your money. At DuePoint, this is a genuine income earning opportunity. We're regulated by 8 separate regulators. 8 regulators look after this business. We're listed, we're licensed. It is genuine what we're doing here, and therefore it does come at a price. The price of success at DuePoint, the price of life-changing success is time. Is time. Your time. We convert time at DuePoint into money. The more time you put in, the more money you will make. The less time you put in, the less money you make. Put no time in, you get no money. Okay? This will require your energy, your effort, and your thought, and most importantly, your perseverance over an extended period of time if you want to change your life forever. But as I said to a group of my guys this morning, what are our alternatives right now in South Africa? You know your set of circumstances. It's not great. If you want to change your circumstances, what choices do you have? Can you get another job? Not really. And even if you got another job, would it do it for you? No. What do jobs do? They keep you poor. They do, don't they? There's only 0.5% of employees that are making money. The other 99.5% are staying poor. That's a global phenomenon. That's not just South Africa. You're not going to get rich off of a job. Start your own business. Who of you have got the capital, the network, and the idea to start a new business? And the palate for risk. Who of you are willing to throw your money into a business that might fail? None of you. What options do we have? So we need to put time into what we believe is the only genuine, stable income earning opportunity in South Africa today, the DuePoint system. When you put time in, we reward you in 2 separate ways. Firstly, through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product that's paid in your channel every single month. We do not pay for people here. We pay for product payments. Okay? That gets confused by people sometimes. I must bring 100 people and you'll pay me. No. Unless those 100 people pay for their products, you don't get anything. But it means that each person you bring here can take more than one product, doesn't it? Hey, if this person takes more than one product, you get paid for each product he has that he pays for every single month. Now you get 27.50 Rand for every product payment multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for example, you go out, you chat to some of your friends. Some become wealth engineers. They take a product, they pay via our debit order system, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand per product. He takes 3 products, you get 165 Rand. 55 Rand per product every single month that they pay. Not once off, every month that our automatic debit orders raise successfully. These few folk go out, they chat to a few more people. They pay for their products, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, again, 55 Rand. In this particular example, you've been here a few minutes, there's a handful of people on there, and you're earning about 1,000 Rand a month. You've been here 5 minutes, you're earning about 1,000 Rand a month. This is extra on top of whatever you earn at work right now. It's not life-changing, but you feel it in the DuePoint system very quickly. Now, these guys go out. You pour more time and energy in, and your channel starts to grow outwards. You continue to earn, but on a diminishing basis. From the 8th point on, however, your earnings are unlimited. You will always get 4% of 27.50 Rand, as long as you qualify to earn. Go and watch our training videos on how to qualify to earn. Very simple, simplest system in the world. And as your channel grows, you can earn on every point that it grows to. You can then take your channel, hand it over to your children. they can continue to grow your channel. And they will earn on every point that they qualify to earn on. Your potential at DuePoint is unlimited. There's no barriers to what you can create with the DuePoint system. So what does that translate to practically? What can you earn every month with the DuePoint system? Well, it's very difficult for me to answer that question because every single one of you is going to be working and building at a different rate. Many of you in this room, probably the majority of you in this room, are going to do nothing. I don't know why. Again, I ask the question, what alternatives do you have? But you will still say, no, I'm unwilling to convert my free time into money. I don't, as one of my guys says, I don't have time for money. I don't have time for money. Most of you will make that decision. Now, it'll happen because you're going to go home and you're going to talk to your mom and dad. You're going to give them the 30-second version of the 60 minutes I gave you completely incorrectly, and they're going to laugh at you and say no. And then you're going to go, I'm not going to do that again. You will have forgotten everything that I've told you this morning about how we will change your life with the DuePoint system. But 20% of you at least are going to pick up this tool and get out there and start building. 20% of you are going to change that. Now, those of you in the 20%, I don't know who it's going to be. You'll have to take a vote and decide who the 20% is. Those of you who do that, we have to decide now how fast you'll grow in order to work out how much you're going to earn. So we took 20 years of data. We worked out a whole bunch of averages on it, and we came up with what we think is a very conservative growth rate formula. We call it the 3+2 growth rate formula. It says that in your first month with us, you've got to put 3 people on your first point. You are solely responsible. You've got to put 3 people on your first point. If you can do that, and then every other month you put just 2 people on your first point. So you keep introducing all the way through Christmas, all the way through the new year. Every month you put 2 people in, 1 every 2 weeks. It's not a big ask. If you can do that consistently, well, now, and we apply all our maths to it, lapses, cancellations, people not doing 3+2, etc., etc. If you do that for 6 months, we reckon you'll be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. Regular, stable, extra, 30,000 Rand a year after just 6 months with us. You've got your salary, and in the middle of the month when we pay out our returns program, you get an extra 2.5 grand every single month going forward. Okay, great. Can you do 12 months with us? Because if you can do a year with us here at DuePoint, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. You've got to keep putting your 2 people in every month, but if you can do that, you can expect to be earning this time next year 120,000 Rand a year with our returns program. Can you do a year? That's the big question. Are you going to quit when this evening your parents laugh at you? Because that's not a year. That's 12 hours. We need you to push through for 12 months. But remember now, every month now you get your salary from work and an extra 10,000 Rand from us. How does your personal economic situation change with an extra 10 grand a month? Now that's a lot of problems that you're solving. A lot of problems. Folks, can you do 2 years with us? Because if you're going to do 2 years, we reckon you'll be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand. That's the end of 2019. End of 2019, you're earning 360,000 Rand a year. Most of you, I think, are not on that at the moment. This is now your hobby money. Your hobby money. But you've had to put 24 months in, not 24 days, not 24 weeks, 24 months into this business. Can you do 3 years? 3 years, we reckon you'll be on about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. 4 years, 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do 5 years, half a decade with us, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1,000,000 a year. You're now in the top 35,000 people in the country. And you've done it in 5 years with us. I'm not certain what other alternatives you have that can get you to this. Because remember, I'm talking to the 80% who are going to do nothing. I just want to check that maybe I haven't missed something. There's something out there that I should be doing that does this better. Because people often say to me, you'll be surprised, the most common statement I get about this mathematics is that it's too slow. I'm unwilling to wait 5 years for 80,000 Rand a month. I need it now. Folks, there's no such thing that'll get you to 100 grand a month in less than 5 years. We already feel like this is quite remarkable. But we do believe that it's quite conservative. Other people say to me, Brendan, nobody's ever going to earn this. We've already got people earning this. This is not new. This is what people are earning in our system. I'm going to show you a handful of guys this month that have been working with our system. But we got guys over this already. And the clock doesn't stop in 5 years. It keeps going. How many years are you willing to put in? How many years have you put into your employment? 5, 10, 15. How come you keep going back? Well, you don't want to do this. You don't want this tool, but you're willing to go back to your dead-end job. It's a crazy thing, but it's what we do, and we're hoping to start changing that. Let's look at a few guys on the ground. We pick a handful of folk every single month, different people. You can see them all on YouTube. Just a fraction, just a percentage of our earners, and we show you what they're doing. We got Nick and Shani. They've been with us for a year, full-time family, full-time jobs. This is pure hobby money for them. They work hard, they work consistently. They struggled in the beginning. Their parents laughed at them. Some of their brothers and sisters laughed at them. Nick tells a story. He said to his wife, I've spoken to everybody. They all said no. And he went, no, let's write down the list of all the people you've spoken to. He'd spoken to 13 people. Okay, that's not everyone. There's 51 million people in South Africa. They are now earning 4,000 Rand a month. That's 48,000 Rand a year. Extra hobby money. 50 grand a year. We've got Jack Delomo, Witbank, Mpumalanga. Joined us about 10 months ago. 10 months ago. And he's built himself a channel worth about 8,500 Rand a month. 8,500 Rand in 10 months. I said 12 months to 9 to 10,000 Rand. He's on track. He's on track for 120,000 Rand a year in the next 2 months. Then we've got Don Landon, Port Elizabeth. He joined us in December, did nothing until June. Nothing. I think that might be a PE thing. He's got to let it settle in first. Then in June, he started working. 6 months later, he's on 11,000 Rand a month. 6 months. I said 2,500 Rand after 6 months. I still stand by that. I think it's a reasonable milestone. He said, no thanks, I'd like 11 after 6 months. 11,000. Then we've got Motla Letona. April. 6 months, 7 months ago. Started building. 11,500 Rand a month. Now, she's actually not on that anymore. I was chatting to her this morning. We pulled the report. 24,000 Rand 1 month later. That's what her channel's worth. 24,000 Rand 7 months in. 24,000 Rand 7 months in. That's 2 years, my numbers. You have to be 2 years for 27 to 30. She's on 24,000 after 7 months. Gone from 11 to 24 in 8 weeks. Okay? That is remarkable. That is absolutely. Now, the thing is, what we have is we have people that look at this and go, I'm the next one. Watch me. 6 months from now, I'm on 25,000. And then 3 months in, you're on 500 Rand, and you go, this business doesn't work, I quit. No, folks. I've said to you, stick to the reasonable. Stick to the conservative. 6 months, you should be on 2,500. But what we demonstrate to you here is the potential of this tool. You might have no time. You might have lots of time. Depending on what time you convert is what you will earn at DuePoint. We convert time into money here. That's what we do. You can go to our YouTube channel, go and see all of our other testimonies. It's just a fraction of our earners. We just bring a couple guys up on stage each month. But you can go and see the guys earning 60 grand, 80 grand, 100 grand. You can see the guys earning 700 grand, 900 grand. You know, they're all in there, across the spectrum. And you can be any one of them if you commit your time and perseverance to this tool. Now, the second way you earn is through our XP Rewards program. This is our training program. Our training program takes you step by step through a series of steps and programs to train you from beginner to expert. As you complete the steps, we give you XP points. Those XP points are used to measure your experience with us here. They're not worth rands and cents. They're just a measure of your experience. But naturally, as you progress through our program, your channel is going to start growing. And where you meet the two criteria in our channel, in other words, experience points and channel size, we rank you up. And when we rank you up in our training program, that's where you earn the second way in the DuePoint system. We start to reward you. In the beginning, a little bit of cash. As you get a bit more serious, well, the cash gets a whole lot more serious. And then we give you tools. Tools that we know are going to help you accelerate the growth of your channel. We start at rank 5. At rank 5, we give you an imported Lightning memory stick from the US, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa. It's got all of our presentations, downloads, tools, and testimonies on it, allowing you to connect people to DuePoint at any time. Rank 7, we give you an imported set of business cards worth 12,500 Rand, gold gilded, gold printed, and on imported paper. The Ferrari of business cards. Guys, we take questions afterwards, okay? The Ferrari of business cards. When you hand these to people, they're going to want to know who DuePoint is and what you do for them. It is a fantastic tool for connecting individuals. Now, a couple of our guys that we've got a few pictures in here, you might find them in the crowd. You can ask them to show you their cards. They won't let you touch them, but you can see them. And then you can go to our glass cabinet afterwards, and you will find in the glass cabinet an example of our cards. Then, folks, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year that you do, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Every year for the rest of your life, if you make rank 9. All right, now we're going this year on the 27th of December. You will not be joining us because you're rank 0 right now. But we go every year. So next year, December, we'll be going on the 2018 rank 9 trip, and you are most welcome to join us. The decision of whether you get there or not is completely up to you, because this is an accumulating business. You don't re-qualify every year. Once you grow, that growth is yours. Whatever you do in the next 25, 27 days of December is what you're going to start on in January. Then you're going to grow from there. And if you miss rank 9 next year, it doesn't matter, because on the January 2019, what you've done in the last 13 months is what you start on in January 2019, and you grow. So we give 2 guarantees at DuePoint. They're the only 2 guarantees we give. One is that everybody who perseveres at DuePoint will go rank 9. Guaranteed. Might take you 50 years, but you will get there because you accumulate each year. And the second guarantee we give is that everybody who doesn't persevere will not go rank 9. Those are the 2 guarantees. You don't do anything, you don't get anything. But you don't have to start from scratch every year in the DuePoint system. And so you've got a 1-month head start on everybody else if you get cracking right now and you use December to your maximum ability. December is a fantastic month for growing. Why? Everyone's on leave. They've got time. You can sit with them. You've got time, so you can connect with people, bring them to DuePoint. We'll be running throughout the month, and our YouTube channel is open 24 hours a day. You can be building like crazy. You could start January flying with the DuePoint system if you use December properly, and that can be the springboard that gets you to rank 9 by the end of 2018, and you could be joining us on our trip. Now we go, as I say, every year we go to fantastic places. This year we happen to be going to Mauritius. Next year we might go somewhere else, and we're going to one of the finest hotels on the island. And because you're not coming with us, we thought we really should show you where we're going. So this is where we're going this year. It could look like this for you next year. I want you to picture your sand, your toes in the sand, and swimming in these pools. This is the actual hotel we're going to next year.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Sure? Looks like it's going to be okay. Should be quite good. Now, remember, this is not once off. Nothing at DuePoint really is once off. What we're trying to create is lifetime change. And so there's this opportunity to be on this trip every year with us. And the moment you go rank 9 and you're able to maintain your channel size with us, that's what happens in your life. And so the decision is up to you. Are you willing to create a new habit, to form a new task in your lives that converts your free time into money with the DuePoint system? That's a big decision. It's a decision people struggle with. That's why only 20% make it. The other 80% go, no, I'm unwilling to sacrifice my time into this business. I'm unwilling to do it. And look at what you give up when you make that decision. So it needs to be a serious decision that you make, a serious one. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not rented to you. You don't finance it through us. It's not branded. And we don't give it to you and then take it away. No, it's your car. It's your car. You've got to get to rank 11. And like I said, you're all rank 0 right now. So you're going to have to put some work in. But when you get there, the car's yours. The car is yours. Folks, every month we run what are called wealth quests. They are small bite-sized pieces of training that allow you to develop your channels successfully with us. Create successful and sustainable foundations in your channel as you complete them. Now, everybody that completes the criteria of the wealth quest every month, everybody is rewarded with a tool. A tool we know is going to help you build your channel. Some months it's iPads, iPhones, smart TVs. This month, data and Wi-Fi routers. Other months, cash. All the things you need. Because people are always complaining, oh, YouTube's expensive. YouTube's actually free. It's the data that's expensive. And so what we do is we're now this year, over Christmas, we're giving you the opportunity to secure for yourself enough data to last you the whole of 2018. And a 4G Wi-Fi router. 100 gigs. Everybody who completes the criteria of this month's Wealth Quest gets 100 gigs of annual data and a 4G Wi-Fi router to use it off of. I mean, that's it. Now you are plugged in to the DuePoint system for the rest of 2018. What do you got to do this month to get that? You've got to get 6 new people on your first point. That means you need to introduce 6 people to DuePoint. And of those 6, 2 of them you've got to get qualified. How do you get them qualified? Go to YouTube, watch our training video on how to qualify. It takes you 6 minutes. It's a very simple video. All right? Make sure you've got 2 of your 6 qualified, and everyone must be paid by the end of December. And if they've done that, you get your 100 gigs of data and your 4G Wi-Fi router, and you are ready for 2018. Especially if you want to get to rank 9, 11, and beyond, okay, in our program. Guys, it's super easy. It's our Christmas special for you. Make sure you maximize on it. Folks, people ask me, where do we get the money to run this business? Well, it's very simple. We run off of the same model as the traditional insurers and bankers who do what? They advertise to you. They run TV adverts, billboard adverts, radio adverts, everything. Billions spent on advertising trying to connect you to us. We take the cost of that, we build it into the price of your products, your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance. Every month you pay, 30 to 50% of your payment is next month's marketing cost. It's just built into the price. Now, we do the same thing here at DuePoint. The only difference is we do 0 advertising. That might be why you never heard of us, because we do not advertise. We use you. You go and penetrate the market and connect individuals for us. And as a result, all that money that we would have spent on SABC and DSTV, etc., is now available to you and your channel. That's the simple maths behind this process. Folks, we come along now as DuePoint and we facilitate the purchase of 3 products in your channel. You don't have to do this. This is what we do. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan is worth 299 Rand a month. That's what you pay. It's not worth it. You pay 299 Rand for it. For that, you get 2 independent products. The first product you get is your very own tax-free investment account. No notice periods, no restriction periods on this account. We take 100 Rand and we put it in your investment account. And that money is immediately available to you. You can draw it at any time. Which means that the actual cost of this program is actually only 199 Rand a month. The other 100 Rand is yours in your investment account. Now, folks, this is not a savings account. It's not a bank here. You don't get interest on it. You are now something that we think is way better than that. You are now a shareholder in the South African economy. That 100 Rand goes into the stock exchange and is invested into the shares of our economy. The second product that you get as part of this for the other 199 is 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. So if you pass away, your beneficiaries get the 110,000 Rand plus your investment. The second product we have is our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 Rand a month. For the 274 Rand, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No notice periods, no waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods, no medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limit. You have this product until the day you die. Now, folks, none of our products cover death via illness or natural causes. There's not funeral cover. It's not life cover. Because if we do that, we're then fighting against our primary objective. Our primary objective is putting money and income into your hands. If we add illness and natural causes, half the people you bring here, we're not going to be able to put into your business because we're going to have to underwrite them. They're going to have pre-existing conditions and AIDS and diabetes and hypertension and cancer and we go, I'm sorry, they can't come into your business. And what we've done is we've hamstrung your ability to create income. Now, with our products, everybody, no matter their medical condition, can be a member of DuePoint and be in your channels. We free you for maximum potential. Our third product is 274 Rand a month, and it gives you membership to our Buyers Club, our Wealth Points Buyers Club. The Buyers Club gives you access to all of our suppliers. Remember, we're a 65-year-old insurance company. We have got a lot of suppliers. Retail, grocery, entertainment, travel. We've got data suppliers. We've got car company suppliers. And they give us corporate rates, discounts, dedicated account managers, special packages and vouchers and all sorts. Each one gives you something different in it. And you can use the whole lot every month. You can completely change your spend in your household using this product. Absolutely incredible product. We love it. It's not a financial services product. It's not an insurance product. It's our Buyers Club, and you can be a member for 274 Rand a month. So, folks, that's DuePoint. Top to bottom, you just got it. Live presentation, live streamed, recorded, and ready for you to click play at any time to show your friends and acquaintances. Guys, today the decision is about, are you willing to earn income in a different way? Are you going to step outside the box and do that? That's what this morning is about. You're not going to spend money to make money. You're going to spend time to make money in the DuePoint system. If you're willing to do that and you want to become a wealth engineer, there's just a few things you've got to do. Go onto our website, DuePoint.net. Use your smartphone, tablet, or our iPads outside. Fill the application form out. 5 minutes, no money leaving your pockets. You're a wealth engineer. You can immediately start growing your channel with us here at DuePoint. If you're serious about the business, get the tools. We've got them at the front desk for you. You can order them at info@DuePoint.net. The USB stick with our presentation on it. Get it. Then we're in your pocket all the time. Get the business cards. We've got a custom set of business cards. You can buy 500 cards, guys. Get it in, order it in. In fact, I'm not sure if you can do it now, December. The printers are all closing. But they are available. If you put your order in, we'll try and get it to you sometime early in the new year. Okay? Get the cards. Get the power banks for your phones. Your phones are always going dead. We see it here every day, trying to fill the application form out. You've got guests and stuff, and boom, your phone dies. Nothing more frustrating when you're trying to build a business. Get the batteries, plug it in, and your phone will be live all the time for you. And all the other tools. The prices are on our counter. You can see them in the glass cabinet. Go crazy. Get it done. And then, folks, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's your #1 way of connecting people to us, 24 hours a day. We want you to plug in. It's free to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you know when we go live every day. You know when we're live, and you know when we upload videos. We want you to download our app onto your phone or tablet. It's free. You can use our free Wi-Fi here. Get it on your tablet before you leave. If you've got our app plugs you into your channel in real time. In real time, you can see what's going on second by second in your channel. It's got our training. And guys, I urge you to do the training. Spend the weekend now. Take the weekend and watch the training videos. Learn how to qualify. Understand how to earn. Know how our products work. It's all on your phone. You can simply watch it. They're videos. We try and be as entertaining as possible too. HD surround sound, ready for you to learn. And for each one you do, you're going to get XP points as well as part of our training program. In the app are the tools and your personal information, your product documentation, everything's in there. So if you ever want to read about your product, it's in the app. Click the button, bang, it'll open up the document you can read about. It's all in the app. Get it before you go today. Then, in the top left-hand corner of the app, you'll see your name. Once you've logged in, click your name. Just click the name, okay? It brings up your profile. You can see the little picture button at the top. Push the button. It'll allow you to take a photo of yourself. Head and neck, that's all we want. We don't want the pieces and the children and the dog and all that. We just want head and neck. If you do the head and neck profile pic, you'll get 1,000 XP today before you even leave the building. Okay, wherever you are, download the app, take a profile pic, 1,000 XP, you're well on your way into our training program. Okay, folks, you know what to do. I want to tell you what not to do so that you don't get yourselves in trouble. There's 5 things we don't want you to do. We do want you to read the code of conduct. Go and read that. But if you can't remember everything in there, remember these 5 things. Firstly, do not become a wealth engineer if you cannot afford to be one. There are costs involved. Data, YouTube, okay? Transport, you're going to be moving yourselves around, connecting people. There's cost involved. Make sure you don't put yourself in an even worse position. Do not become a wealth engineer if you don't have internet access. Guys, you're going to need the internet to do this business. We're completely online. There's no paper application forms or brochures or gazebos. Here, we're not one of those. We're completely different. Everything is online, which actually makes life much more convenient for you. And then, do not become a wealth engineer if you have no access to transport, because you're going to be moving around when you connect people. You can't grow if you can't move. If you've got all these things, though, great, become a wealth engineer. And if you do become a wealth engineer, the number one thing I don't want you doing is I don't want you filling out the application form on behalf of somebody else. It's a criminal offense. Remember, that application form you're going to fill out today is your contract with me. You're going to sign in their terms and conditions. You're going to sign terms and conditions of your products. You're going to give me authority to raise debit orders against your bank account. You cannot fill that out on behalf of somebody else. You can't. Therefore, find the right people that will build your channel, that have got the passion in them to change their lives forever. And they'll have no problem filling out that form by themselves. Okay, that's the number one thing. The second thing, don't put family members into your channel. Husbands and wives must work under one W number, one registration with us. Kids, aunts, uncles, grannies that all live in the same house as you can't be in your channel. If they live in other houses in other provinces, and that's fine. You want more details about that, talk to a lead wealth engineer or come and chat to us afterwards. Folks, I have set you free from the need to advertise. You do not need to advertise our business. You do not need to form DuePoint Facebook pages. You do not need to form DuePoint web pages. You do not need to go to business forums and place adverts about our products. In fact, that's that's against the contract you're going to sign with us. You're not allowed to do that stuff. Remember, there's 150 pieces of legislation that govern this business. You do not know them. You don't know when you're breaking laws. Your task is simply to connect people to us. Use your own Facebook pages, your personal Facebook pages, to engage with people. Use your own social media platforms. Don't create DuePoint platforms. You are not DuePoint. All right, you're set free from that. And then lastly, folks, take responsibility for the people you put in your channels. Don't send people to our head office and expect us to look after them. We're never going to do that. That's not what we do. You're building your channel here. You're building it. Take care of your people when you're building your channels. Those are 5 things we want you to do and don't do in the DuePoint system. Ladies and gentlemen, we offer personal training to every channel wealth engineer who wants Rob or I to help you out with your channels. All you need to do is book with our client service team. When you've got a bunch of guys in your team, bring them in. We'll do a private training session with your guys. You can book it into your diary at any time with us. Okay? Guys, DuePoint is very serious about being part of the economic solution in South Africa. We are not like anything you have seen before. We are not. And we can show you in many different ways. But we are looking for people who want to be serious about changing their futures. We don't have alternatives in South Africa. No one's coming to our rescue, guys. We need you now. And we want you to pick this tool up today. Take it out with you and start levering a different kind of future for yourselves. That's what we're doing here. And if you're passionate about being more than you are right now, then this is the right place for you to be. If you've got questions and concerns, like I said, we take them afterwards. Talk to the person who brought you here this evening or this afternoon, or go and chat to us outside. We're available. Come and answer, get your questions answered. We've had to ask the questions ourselves in developing this business. Come and ask us the questions, but don't leave this tool behind today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today.